Sveiki! Hi, my name is Baiba and I teach Latvian as a foreign language. So, as you can see, it's a perfect day in March to talk about third conjugation verbs. So, third conjugation verbs is one group of verbs. So, it's a third part of the video about verbs in Latvian language. So if you haven't seen the first two, I would suggest to start with that. So today we will talk how do we classify verbs in general in Latvian language, and then more about the third conjugation verbs in present, because we need to learn a lot more things in present form. And then briefly about the past and future, because the past and the future forms actually you learned in the second video already. So the classification. It's a little review because I mentioned this already in the first and second video as well. So the zero group, or it's irregular verbs, and it's just the three verbs in this group. Then we have a first group of verbs, or first conjugation, grammatically how we call it, and that is the verbs with the one syllable. Then we have a second conjugation verbs, and the first two videos is dedicated to this group. And in this group, the verb in S form, S, like first person I, yeah? In present and the past is the same. Well, maybe you know the verb dzīvot, studēt, or strādāt. Yeah, that es dzīvoju, now es dzīvoju, before. And today we talk about the third group. Yeah, we did talk about the second group, now we continue with the third. Then I will talk about the zero group, and only then about the first group. Okay? So in the third group, what's the difference from the second? That is that present is always shorter. When we create a present form, we lose one syllable. We lose the last vowel. That's why it becomes shorter than the past and future forms. That's how we recognize the third conjugation. And more about that today. So, third conjugation verbs. In present, there is two groups. The first group of verbs ends with eat and art. Eat and art would be the first group. And we divide these groups only in the present form, not in the past or future form. Second group is a verb that ends with ēt. Ēt. It's not enough if you took the verb and look at this ending, or it ends with the art, so it's third conjugation. It doesn't work like that. So art could be also in the second conjugation group. So that's why you need to pay more attention, and you need to learn more than just infinitive form to know which group it belongs to. So my suggestion is always start with one group. Learn several verbs that belongs to this group, and then slowly build up this list. But learn that this verb belongs to that group. And if you know at least one verb how to conjugate very well, you should be able to use it, all of them. So there is also exception in the first group, dziedāt and raudāt. So they ends āt, but when we conjugate this verb, it's actually conjugated as ēt group. So they kind of belong to the second group, even though they end with āt. So the first basic verbs in this group would be lasīt, rakstīt, mācīt, cerēt, varēt, zināt, dāvināt, darīt. And of course many other, but these are the basic ones. And I do apologize for the background noise. My dog decided to crunch his bone now. So I hope it's not going to be too disturbing for you. So pay attention to the ending and decide which group it belongs to. Yeah? Lasīt, rakstīt, mācīt, yeah, will be here. Cerēt, varēt, zināt, cerēt, varēt, these two, yeah, to the second group. Zināt, dāvināt, darīt, zināt, dāvināt to the first, and darīt also to the first group. So the endings in the first group, when we create a present form, we lose the last vowel plus t in present. Yeah, that's the difference from the second conjugation verbs, when we lose only the t of the infinitive form and then we did add a new ending. Now we lose the vowel as well, but only in present. Don't forget that. We lose the vowel and the t, and we add our new ending u. Es zinu. Tu zini. Viņš zina. Mēs zinām. Un jūs zināt. Yeah, so for viņš, there is a little star because it also means viņa, viņi, viņas, and also could be tas, tā, šis, and she. Lasīt, the same, yeah? For all the verbs that ends with the eat and āt, we lose eat, we lose āt, and we add a new ending. Es lasu, tu lasi, viņš lasa, mēs lasām, jūs lasāt. What's also unusual, we have a long vowel here in present. Yeah, these endings you've seen in other verb forms as well. There is just a J in front as well, but it's usually not a long vowel. So that's something different. Third conjugation, first group, in present, there is a long vowel. So memorize that, then when you will spell the word, yeah, when you will write it, it should help you to write it correctly. Es zinu atbildi. I know the answer. Vai tu lasi ziņas? Do you read news? Viņš raksta ēpastu draugam. So he writes an email to his friend. Yeah? Viņš raksta ēpastu draugam. To whom? Viņa māca latviešu valodu. She teaches Latvian language. Mēs dāvinām skaistus ziedus. We gift beautiful flowers. Jūs dāvināt garšīgu šokolādi. You gift tasty chocolate. Ko viņi dara? So write down what are they doing. The pictures will be similar, but try to use different words if possible. Stop the video when needed. Yeah, write the sentence and send it to me if you like, and I will check, or write it in the comments. Ko viņš dara? Ko viņa dara? Ko viņa dara? She, the lady, what is she doing? And you can create the sentences what the children does as well, but try to use these verbs, yeah, from the third conjugation and in present. Ko jūs darāt? What are you doing? And remember, the verb darīt is also from this group. Yeah, we've been using this verb before as well because we needed to create the questions, but the verb itself belongs to this third conjugation. And yeah, darīt, eat, so that's why I created the long A. Ko jūs darāt? Ko tu dari? Yeah, the verb darīt again. Ko tu dari? What are you doing? Ko tu dari? Practice, write some sentences. Very simple. Could be just 2 words. I do this and that. I just do and write the activity. Yeah. Second group, so the ending I remember was ed. Again, we lose the e as well, so we lose the both 2 letters of the infinitive form to create a present. So now the endings. U, same as we had before. Tu, I, as we had before. Viņš, viņa, viņi, viņas. Yeah, as you know, viņš, there is other verbs as well. It's crossed at, so what that means, what do you think? Mēs, jūs, at. Remember, then we had a long vowel, but here it is short. So that's one of the differences. So the S form is exactly the same as in first group. Tu, exactly like in the first group. So there is no change between groups. Mēs and jūs, we lose the last vowel for verbs ending at. And there is a difference in viņš or third person, singular and plural forms. Viņš, viņa, viņi, viņas. Yeah? So we lose at, and what's left, that's our verb form. Now let's see how it looks like. I think you know some of the verbs already, right? That the S, we lose at, and we add new ending. Es gribu, es dzirdu, es guļu. There is a little change with gulēt, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Sēdēt, es sēžu. As you can hear, there is a difference also in this verb, and you will hear that in a moment. It's kind of exceptions, these two as well. Es redzu, es mīlu, es palīdzu. Tu gribi, tu dzirdi, tu guli. There is no change, exactly like it is. Tu sēdi, exactly as it is, yeah. Tu redzi, tu mīli, tu palīdzi. Viņš, so now we lose at, and what's left, that's our verb form. Viņš grib, viņš dzird, viņš guļ, there is a tiny difference. Viņš sēž, again there is a difference. Viņš redz, viņš mīl, viņš palīdz. Yeah, this at must be bold, sorry. Viņš palīdz. And remember I told you that dziedāt and raudāt, it doesn't end at, but also belong to this group. Yeah, because in the third person here, viņš dzied, viņš raud. No endings, yeah. And the short A is here as well. Mēs dziedam, mēs raudam. Mēs palīdzam, mēs mīlam, mēs redzam, mēs sēžam. I will tell you why it's like this. Mēs guļam, mēs dzirdam, mēs gribam. Un jūs gribat, short A, yeah, but long in the present in the first group. Jūs dzirdat, jūs guļat, jūs sēžat, jūs redzat, jūs mīlat, jūs palīdzat, jūs dziedat, jūs raudat. So that's a summary of the two groups. Yeah? Same. Oh, my silly. Can I correct this now? One moment. Yeah, there is a mistake. What do I need to do here? That's not right. What is the correct ending? Can you correct me? Still there. Okay. Viņš lasa. Yeah, that is A. It's my mistake, sorry for that. I should have corrected that. So, and I'll go back to the slide. There you go. Yeah, in the third person viņš. For the first group we have ending A. Viņš lasa, māca. And for the second group, no ending. We stop what's left. Grib, var. And long vowels is a difference here. Es negribu kafiju bez piena un cukura. Yeah, remember to create the negative forms of the verbs. We just add ne in front of the all verbs. Vai jūs mani dzirdat? Es neko nedzirdu. Can you hear me? I can't hear anything. Vai tu mani redzi? So these phrases you can use if you do something online, like Zoom meeting. Vai tu mani redzi? Can you see me? Jā, es tevi redzu ļoti labi. Yes, I see you very well. Viņš tevi mīl. Viņa tevi mīl. Mēs mīlam latviešu valodu. Baiba palīdz mīlēt latviešu valodu. Mēs varam lietot jaunus vārdus. Ja, varam, mēs varam. Lietot is a second verb, so that goes infinitive form. Ja, Baiba palīdz, palīdzēt was a second group. Palīdz and the second verb infinitive form or dictionary form. So as I promised, there is the two verbs we need to talk about more in detail. So the verb sēdēt and gulēt. There is some change in the consonant. Yeah, before the ending. So that's es sēžu, d changes to ž in present only in all forms except tu. Tu is as it should be, but the rest of the forms changes to ž, d changes to ž. Endings are the same as it should be, yeah? Es sēžu, tu sēdi, viņš sēž, mēs sēžam, jūs sēžat. In present only, yeah? In the past we'll go back to the gulēt. Again, only tu form is as it should be. And the rest of the l changes to ļa. Yeah, es guļu. Tu guli, viņš guļ, mēs guļam, jūs guļat. So now your task is to insert the verb in correct form in the gaps here. You can choose, are you sitting in the cinema or you're sleeping in the cinema? Depends of your experience. Kinoteātris, cinema, ja? Tu, you, rindā pie ārsta, in a queue to a doctor's. In the third row, is it a row in the cinema? The lines? Or in the theater? Pietiekami is enough. Enough. Vismaz 8 stundas, at least 8 hours. Viņi in the tent by the lake. Take your time. And when you're ready, let's move on. Answer my questions. Vai tu vari atbraukt uz Rīgu? Vai tu vari atbraukt uz Rīgu? Can you come to Riga? Kāpēc tu sēdi pie datora? Kāpēc tu sēdi pie datora? Why are you sitting by the computer? Cik ilgi jūs guļat? Cik ilgi jūs guļat? How long do you sleep? Ko jūs mīlat? Ko jūs mīlat? What do you love? Vai jūs redzat ekrānu? Do you see the screen? Vai jūs gribat kafiju? Do you want some coffee? Kur viņi sēž? Where do they sit? Write it down. Kur viņi sēž? Kur viņi sēž? Kur viņi sēž? Write down your answers. Ko jūs mīlat? Now, when that's done, let's move to the past and the future. As I said more about the past and future forms, you can learn in the second video about the verbs. And this time it's just briefly, we will go through that. So when we talk about past, it's exactly like in a second group of verbs or second conjugation. When we create past, we lose just the t of infinitive form and we add a new ending. So don't forget your vowel. Yeah, because in the present we lose that last vowel, but now we must use it. So the word becomes longer. It means the present always feels shorter. It's one syllable shorter than the past. Yeah, remember es zinu. Es zinu, it's in present, I know. And in the past, es zināju. Es zināju. Es lasu. Es lasīju. Es gribu. Es gribēju. So that's how we recognize the third conjugation verbs, when you know more than infinitive form. So check present and past. Is the present shorter than the past? It's more than one syllable in infinitive form. So that's third conjugation, third group of verbs. Also, there is no two groups now in the past and in the future. Yeah, no need for two groups because it all are changed the same way. Tu zini, tu zināji. Tu lasi, tu lasīji. Tu gribi, tu gribēji. Viņš, also viņa, viņi, viņas, tas tā, šis, šī. Viņš zina, viņš zināja. Viņš lasa, viņš lasīja. Viņš grib, viņš gribēja. Mēs zinām, mēs zinājām, mēs lasām, mēs lasījām, mēs gribam, mēs gribējām. Jūs zināt, remember vowel is long, yeah. Jūs zinājāt, jūs lasāt, jūs lasījāt, jūs gribat, short A in present, un jūs gribējāt. Is that clear? Learn this beautiful word, you, ye, ya, yam, yāt, and you'll be able to conjugate most of the verbs in past. Ko jūs mīlējāt agrāk? Ko jūs mīlējāt agrāk? Write down your sentences. Nākotne, future. Same as past, so we keep the vowel, we lose just t of infinitive and we add our new endings. Šu, si, es, sim, siet. Yeah, exactly like in a second group of verbs. Oh. Tātad es zinu, zināju, zināšu. Tu lasi, lasīji, lasīsi. Viņš grib, gribēja, gribēs. Gribēs, lasīs, zinās. Mēs zinām, zinājām, zināsim. Mēs lasām, lasījām, lasīsim. Mēs gribam, mēs gribējām, mēs gribēsim. Jūs zināt, zinājāt, zināsiet. Jūs lasāt, lasījāt, lasīsiet. Jūs gribat, gribējāt un gribēsiet in the future form. Is that clear? Ko jūs gribēsiet rīt? Ko jūs gribēsiet rīt? Write down your sentences. Use your imagination. That's it. That's all about third group of verbs or third conjugation verbs. So good luck and paldies, ka skatījāties. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy and you liked it. And write your comments if you like. I would be happy to hear it. Paldies, visu labu!
Ready?